bad inheritance, a broken economy, a £22 billion
Prime Minister,
black gold,
we know all
etc.
that. So if you could tell us what you're going to do going forward, when do you hope that households will see the real growth?
Well, in the plan for change, we set out that we want living standards to go up. We want people to feel better off.
So you want that. So how are you going to do that?
So already in the budget, you will have seen that there's a pay rise for the 3 million who are the lowest paid because of what we've done with the living wage. So already for them, they are feeling the benefit. In addition to that, the measures that we put in place will improve living standards. It will take some time, of course it will.
When do you see in your timeline, what's your vision for when we will see real growth in this country? And why do you think why is the government so confident when the forecasters are much, much less confident?
Well, the forecasts for the OECD, the IMF, Bank of England, OBR are all for growth. So they're all heading in the right direction, but I want them to go further and faster.
Is it still the goal to deliver the highest sustained growth in G7 by the end of this Parliament?
Yes, it is. And
that's obviously not what the forecasters are predicting, but your goal is then to beat those forecasts.
Yeah, the forecasters are predicting on the back of the circumstances as they now are. They're not, as you know, they're not able to take yet into account things that haven't happened.
So the IMF by 2029 has us at about the third in the G7, behind Canada and the US. You're telling the committee today our goal is to beat both the US and Canada and be top of that league table by the end of this Parliament.
High sustained growth, that was what we set out in the manifesto. That's what we recommitted to in the plan for change. Yeah. But I also want to make it clear for voters, for the public, that what that translates into for them is feeling better off.
So are you going to put numbers on that, how much better off people will feel?
Well, there are two elements to it. There's the disposable income.
Yeah.
The other aspect is productivity, GDP per capita. We want to put the two together in our measure and drive both of them up.
And my committee's been talking to hundreds of businesses over the last month. What they say to me really clearly is that the combined impacts of the national insurance contribution rise, plus the employment rights bill, plus the national minimum wage, are all going to mean that they are cutting investment, cutting workforce, and cutting wages next year. I appreciate the long-term virtues of the investment plan that the Chancellor has set out. The challenge is that it's all quite long-term, and in the long term, we're all dead.